Oh, what's up YouTube? It's Duke back here from sportsgamers.com. So if you guys have been playing Madden 22, you know the defense is super tough. So we got a very special video for you guys today. I'm going to break down a lockdown coverage defense that can both defend the run and the pass that is very easy to set up and very effective. So I'm using the Ravens playbook on defense in this video. But what I'm about to show you can be done from a few different formations, and honestly, you can do it from a ton of different playbooks too. I'm going to be showing it to you from the nickel 2-4-5. Now, as far as personnel with the nickel 2-4-5 goes, this is a defense to where we are going to be relying upon our front four to get pressure. So I definitely make sure you have a good pass rush in the game, 2 good ends, some D tackles, if you can do that. Now, you can, with this formation, if your linebackers are not good, you can sub in safeties into the game. Most people do that, especially if you're playing Mutt. You can put in, all sorts of safeties like Sean Taylor's and Ed Reed's. You got Cam Chancellor, Diablo. Tons of very good safeties are in Mutt. But we're just going to leave it as is. Now, for coaching adjustments with the defense I'm about to show, you only want to turn auto flip on so your nickel corner stays on the strong side of the offensive formation if they are running, maybe 3 receiver sets with one side of the field. You want to leave your coverage zone drops off though, because we are going to be playing match coverage. This year, you can't really get by just playing basic cover 3, cover 2 man defenses. They just don't work well. So I like to use combo coverage and match. Now, we're going to break down in this video cover 4 palms. I recently broke down cover 4 quarters, and palms is another very effective match coverage style defense that is different from quarters, but still very effective. So if you saw my recent video, I showed it to you guys against the spread, a 2x2, 2 receivers on each side of the field, and now we're going to break down palms in a very similar fashion. Guys, if you're enjoying my free YouTube content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop us a like on the video, and comment as well. We do free daily tips, gameplays, and news on YouTube for Madden 22. And if you want to get better at the game, check out sportsgamers.com. That's where I post all my premium tips and content for Madden 22. So I'm just moving the ball back a little bit so we can break down how this coverage is really going to work. So as far as the assignments go, you can see that we have a 3-rec hook, we have 2 quarter flats, and then we have 4 deep zones that are basically quarter zones. So I always use the 3-rec hook zone. The quarters and the deep zones basically have matching responsibilities. So when running this defense, you definitely want to make sure that you guys got players that are fast and can play man coverage, because match coverage is very, very similar to man. So especially the safety position, if you just got hitters in there that are more so zone coverage players, you could get in trouble because they could get matched up on a fast receiver and get beaten deep. So you got to make sure that you have the right personnel for this defense. You don't need anything crazy though. Now, before I break down how this coverage works and the setup I use, I got very, very special news to announce, something I've never done before. Guys, if you click the link in the description and also in the pinned comment, I'm going to give you a free breakdown of how to run the best defense in Madden 22, and then also how to attack it as well. All you have to do is click the link, put in your email address, and we're going to send it to you completely free. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for help defensively, so we got you guys covered with this free breakdown. Again, all you have to do is follow the link in the description of this video, and also I pinned it in the comments too. Just click the link, enter your email address. It's completely free, and you'll get a free breakdown on the best defense in the game and also how to attack it. So let's get back into the video here. So palms, how does this coverage play? So basically, guys, it depends upon the routes the receivers run. Palms is a very similar coverage, honestly, to cover 2, meaning that these outside corners, they will almost play like a soft squat if there's a receiver heading into the flat. If there's a receiver heading into the flat, they will take that player and then pass off the deep route to the safety. So If there's nobody going to the flat, however, they will basically match up on the receiver that's over the top of them in this 2x2. So Jackson will take the left receiver on the outside, the safety will take the left slot, Franklin will take the right slot, and Gilmore will take the outside right receiver. Now, as the three receiver hook that we're using, we got to watch out over the middle, especially for the running back. So if the offense was just to run something very simple like 4 verticals, which is very common from a spread, you guys can see what I'm saying. You're going to have the 2 corners and 2 safeties basically matched up in man coverage. And the quarter flats, they have nothing to guard in that case, really. So they just stay kind of pretty much where they were. They will kind of give a little jam, press, bump, whatever you want to call it, to the slots before basically passing them off to the safeties. And then they'll just kind of sit there, and they'll kind of help out on the running back. But you guys can see what I mean as far as each corner and safety basically just matches up upon the receiver over the top of them, assuming that the receivers go vertical and there's no one attacking the flats. Now, we're going to show you guys some more examples of different route combinations with receivers hitting the flat and break down how exactly it works. But I really like this defense because you guys can see, I mean, very, very, very good coverage, and also our 4-man pass rush got good pressure. So that's why I said it is important when running this style of defense to have a good pass rush to get pressure so that they just don't have all day to sit in the pocket. Very, very, very important, actually. Now, another thing I like about this defense is that it's good against the run. These deep zones right here by the safeties, they react immediately to the run if there's a run play called. So I want you guys to take a look here at what they end up doing. I know I got the tackle with my user, which is another good thing about this formation is you can easily shoot gaps with your user against shotgun runs. But look at the safeties. Their first step against the run is forward, so that even if I didn't make that tackle, they're going to be down there to help out very quickly. Now, I want you guys to understand, this is not a defense I would run against I-form, but against shotgun runs, it does a good job. If someone's going to pound you, you definitely don't want to run this defense. There's better defenses out there, but for shotgun run plays, this is completely fine. So let me just audible and run some different route combos like quick slants. So like I told you guys, what would happen if a receiver hit the flat? So we have 2 flats on this play. I'm going to put a streak on the left, and let's just see how this works. You're going to see, but I'll just give you a little spoiler alert, that the outside corners are going to essentially play the flats as if they're in cover 2, and the streak on the left will get passed off to the safety. But you guys can just see how it works, and voila. So let's go ahead and take a look at the replay here. Now, as the 3 receiver hook, if the running back is blocking, you can just roam the middle of the field. You're not responsible for any certain receiver at that point. It kind of just depends upon the route combo. But again, look at the left side of the screen. We have the flat, and basically, the quarter flat guards him initially, but then he passes him off to the outside corner, and then the quarter flat drifts back to the middle of the field, and the safety takes the streak. Now over here, our corner, similar thing is going on here. Our corner in the slot, in the quarter flat's passing the flat route off to the outside corner, and then he gets underneath that slant initially. Now, the safety here, he's not going to match the slants because he's only going to match routes going vertically downfield, and the slant's not doing that. So knowing that, I know that once the slant comes over the middle of the field, I have to take that, and I do that here. And once again, we get a coverage sack. Very, 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 very solid defense once again. Now, there's different rules, obviously, with this coverage for different formations. I'm focusing on the spread here because I'm just trying to break it down the same way I broke down the quarters about a week ago. I will, if we can get 250 likes on this video, break down more of these rules against other formations as well in another video. Now, something else that's pretty common you'll see out there is a play like PA read with a crosser, a deep post, and probably some underneath stuff as well. So let's take a look at how that works. So again, this is cover for palms. So again, against something basic like this, you're probably going to see someone take, a little drag or something underneath to work with this route combo. But let's go ahead and look at it right here again to kind of show how it works. You guys can see if you take a look at the replay, I'll show you exactly what happened. But basically, guys, I just had to play the middle of the field for kind of bait between the drag and the slant, because I knew that as the drag came across the field from right to left, the left quarter flat would guard it. And now this guy right here, he got dumbed out. He really was supposed to guard the slant. He kind of did initially, but then forgot, and then he tried to recover. So he didn't do the best job. But overall, this was good coverage. You see the comeback. He got matched here by this quarter, and the deep post was matched by the corner. So this is again what I mean by you needing fast, good man coverage players, because even though this is technically zone coverage, the matching rules essentially do turn it into man. So, here, this is covered very well. Jackson, he's fast. But, if this was a fast receiver against a slow corner, obviously a deep post could have won. So make sure that when running a style of defense like this that you have the right personnel. So another thing you'll see a lot of times will be some sort of corner flat type combo, whether it's a C route, a corner, a smash, just something like that. And let's break down how that would play this right here. Let's look at the play corner strike. So this play is going to have a C route and a flat on each side of the field. So guys, remember, I said that cover 4 palms is very similar to how a cover 2 would react. I think it's better than cover 2, but that's neither here nor there. Let's just look at how it guards this route combo. Once again, as you guys can see, we're able to get the interception. So essentially what happened there, as you'll see in the replay, is once again the outside corners took the flat routes once they got passed off by the quarter flat. And then these C routes were taken by the safety. I was just sitting in the middle of the field guarding the running back or waiting for any route combo over the middle. But again, the quarter flats are supposed to guard the flat initially until they pass it off to that outside DB. And then he's going to take him, and the safeties will match the routes by the other receiver if they're going vertically. And in this case, the C route went vertical enough that it got matched up by the safety. And this happened on both sides of the field. Now, we tried to fit this in here, and I don't even believe I clicked on. I think the CPU honestly just made that pick. Let's see. I don't think I clicked on. Yeah, see, we're in very, very good position here to make a play on the ball with the CPU, because the coverage is honestly, this is outstanding coverage. We'll take this every single time. This is very, very good coverage here. So we're definitely happy with that. We can live with this each and every time. This is very textbook how the match played here, and is why we were able to get this pick. Now, if someone was to run just literally quick slants at you, slants honestly are one of the ways I think are best to attack match coverage in general. Someone just to run a whole bunch of quick slants, you as the user would definitely be in more of a bind. Now, anytime I'm playing this coverage and I have fast corners, the one thing I like to do is press, because when I press, it just reacts a little bit better to certain route combos. But let's just take a look at quick slants here. So quick slants, as you guys can see, I mean, you're basically relying upon the guys to play good coverage almost in a match man style against slants. Now that can be difficult, obviously. So something I like to do is drop one of these guys back in the hook zone so that I can focus more on whichever side of the field that does not have the hook zone. So I'm going to rush 3 here, and knowing this, that there's a hook zone on the right, I'm more so going to focus on the slant that's going to the left. Again, quick slants can be difficult because you have 2 routes that are probably going to get open, or at least decent separation, and you guys can see that coverage actually did pretty good for me because I was able to focus on only having to guard the one on the left, because both of them had decent enough separation that if it wasn't for me putting that hook zone out there and I had to focus on both of them, I may have been in trouble. But because of that hook zone, so yeah, the hook zone kind of did a decent enough job here, I could focus on the one on the left and be completely fine. So this coverage is very, very good, just like quarters. It's just a bit different, as you guys could see. Palms reacts more like a cover 2 style defense, but overall I find it much more effective. Guys, there are definitely ways you want to run this coverage against different formations. So if you want to see some adjustments that you can do out of this defense against bunch or trips or other formations with 3 receivers on one side of the field and not just 2 by 2 like I showed in this video, I can show you guys how to make those coverages completely safe against people trying to run coverage bombs and one-play touchdowns and all those types of beaters. Just give me 250 likes on this video, and we'll drop another one for you guys. Until next time, it's Duke, and I'm out of here.